where people said it was such a relief to see an actor whose face is moving and there's not 5 kilos of Botox put into it, where where even your forehead has no creases. I mean, look, if plastic surgery makes you happy, by
Do
all
it.
means go for it. But I'm not buying that, yeah. Don't sell me that. I'm happy with putting color in my hair to hide the grays because that's the character. But I think the passage of time must be celebrated. Men claim their age, no?
Of
What's
course.
stopping us women from doing that?
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned into keepingmoon.com. And as we are closing the year 2021, I cannot miss talking to this one woman who actually made us sit up and take notice that hey, you can play your age and with aplomb, and you really don't need to erase out your creases or the fine lines from your face because it's the work that talks. And today we are talking to Pooja Bhatt. Hi, Pooja.
Hi. And cheers to creases and cheers to lines and cheers to claiming your age and
And
celebrating every line that life imprints on you, because I think that's what makes us who we are. That's what ensures that we give back in that sense. So I think we need more of that. And thank you for recognizing that.
Pooja, that was honestly the first criteria when we were drawing the list for the best performances, that there are very few actresses who are comfortable playing the age. When we say playing the age, it's not just playing a part. You are actually very confidently playing a part of Rani in Bombay Begins, embracing, again, I repeat the word age in such a rightful manner, not just on the screen, the way you speak to your 13-year-old, making her aware of her own coming of age movement. What was it to pick that one role, which everyone is calling a comeback? I will not say it as a comeback. I think it's the role which was written
I,
for you somewhere.
I think it would be fair to say that it was a resurrection. Comeback is one thing, it was a resurrection. I think 21 years later, to be in front of the camera and to have the privilege of playing a part like Rani is something that doesn't happen to women. It doesn't happen to women globally. Forget about in India. Because
Correct.
I think when you've been a teen sensation, I think कि अगर आप 35 or 45 के उम्र के age group में है, तो at some point you've had a Pooja Bhatt poster on your wall, you know. And people have these memories and these fantasies of Dil Hai Ki Mantani because their childhood and adolescence was tied up with that. And you don't want your icons to age. You don't want
Exactly.
your favorites to age because then your memories age and then you age. I've met people in my life who say, but you don't look the same. I said, I can't look the same at 49 like I looked at 19. There's something called a passage of time, there's something called life. And frankly, I produced my first film when I was 25, Tamanna. And I got into filmmaking. I got into production, direction, production design. I launched so many people like John and Udita and countless others, Sunny Leone.
Sunny Leon.
And I had buried that part of myself, which was an actor, which was the star, which was the performer, because I really enjoyed filmmaking. I enjoyed the stress. I enjoyed building something from nothing. I enjoyed allowing new people to come to the fore because I felt that अगर किसी ने आपको break दिया था at one point of life जब भी आप कुछ नहीं थे, then you owe it back to the industry to bring new talent in. And I wanted to carry that legacy of my father's forward, where he always believed कि पूजा, you don't need new people, you need new eyes. कि आप अपने चश्मे निकालो लिटरली एंड साफ करके दुनिया को अलग नजरिया से देखें. And I think that I tried to do that with every film I did. I launched one new talent, not only an actor but also a technician, and that gave me great satisfaction. तो acting के बारे में मैं बिल्कुल सोच नहीं रही थी. And then one fine day I get an email from Endemol and they say we want you to play this part. Alamkrita Srivastava is directing it, and I'd seen Alamkrita's work. I loved Lipstick. And I said, wow, thank you for considering me. And I read the synopsis and I said, this is a great world. It's a very powerful role. But I was very busy at that time क्योंकि मैं सड़क 2 पे एक assistant director के रूप में एक, every child has this thing कि I need to be there for my parent in a way that they have been there for me. So for me, life was coming full circle. I was launched by Mahesh Bhatt and now I was his associate director. So in my head and my book as a daughter, I was ticking that box. So I told them, I said, thank you, but no thank you because I can't do this. I can't commit to it right now. They came back 3 months later. So I said, let me read this. And I read it and I fell in love with the world that they had created. And I said, it's not only about कि आपका role क्या है, but here were these five fascinating women. There was Rani, there was Fatima, there was, you know, Lily,
All the
there was all of them. And I said, wow, this really goes into the female heartland. It really goes under the skin. It's beyond the surface. It's about menopause. It's about miscarriages. It's about a woman who's selling her body to be able to give her child a better life. It's about Lamita's character who's trying to figure out her sexuality. It's a 13-year-old who's attaining puberty and the confusion that arises in your mind and your heart at that time. Where she finds everything is wrong with her. Yeah, I don't look right. And we've all gone through that and we continue to go through that because society puts so much of pressure on us women, कि आप कुछ भी अचीव कर लें मगर आप दिख कैसे रहे हैं आपने नोबेल प्राइज जीत लिया है मगर यार अगर अगर आप 10 किलो लूज कर लेना फिर आपकी जिंदगी जो है परफेक्ट होगी so I'm like and we fall for that crap we fall for that so here was the role that was author backed here was a show that was about made for women by women and a dazzling viewpoint of Alankritas and then Bornila who came and brought so much to the fore of course who's saying that Pooja Bhatt, we want to cast you because you are 49. We want to cast you because your body has changed with time. We want to cast you because you will bring to the table your world experiences. जो आपने जिंदगी जी है 21 साल से. We want that command to come to the fore. So it made me realize कि जो जिंदगी आप जीते हैं ना, कोई कहीं ना कहीं उस जिंदगी को देख रहा है बहुत ही closely. And there is no alternate to a lived life. You can be a great actor technically, but you will not be able to move somebody unless you've lived that truth. So for me, that scene with Shai, जब भी मैं उसे कहती हूँ कि you know what, give your life up for your art, not for some stupid boy. I could connect with that because मैंने बहुत सारे sacrifices किए मेरी जिंदगी में. Not because a man told me to, because somewhere I wanted to please him, you know. And I realized that the only thing that keeps us afloat as women is what we put out there into the world. For some women, it could be a child. For some women, it could be a show that you're doing, for example. For some women, it could be a book. For some women, it could be a film that they do. So I think कहीं ना कहीं हम अपने आप को prisoners खुद बना देते हैं और हम भूल जाते हैं कि ये गिल्डेड केज में किसी ने हमको बांध के नहीं रखा है दरवाजा जो है अंदर से ही लॉक्ड है खोल दो open the door walk out into the world claim your space because it takes many flowers to make a garden. One is blooming, one is dying. And I think that to be able to play my age at this point, where, you know, the director would say, go closer, go closer, go closer. It also makes you very free as an actor because, there are these preconceptions कि यार close up में diffuser डाल दो. ये जो line है, छुपा दो. आंखों के नीचे जो bags हैं, उसे cover कर दो. And Rani's character is such where she starts with in the beginning, her introduction is कि यार ये under eye cover कर दो. तो वो appearances में कहीं ना कहीं she's become a victim of that. वो menopause को छुपा रही है. She doesn't want it to be known in that male-dominated world that her body is kind of somewhere turning against her. She looks upon her body as an enemy. कि यार, why at this stage of my life is my body letting me down? Why these hot flashes are happening to me in the middle of a boardroom meeting? And I think that is the battle that we all fight as women on all our levels. The most beautiful, the most successful women are the most insecure. The most ordinary women sometimes are the most secure.
Secure.
Yeah. So I think that for me, it was very liberating to be part of this show. And I think that the response that Bombay Begums got was overwhelming for me because, for to be seen for you and not want to be changed by the world, where people said it was such a relief to see an actor whose face is moving and there's not 5 kilos of Botox put into it, where, where even your forehead has no creases. I mean, look, if plastic surgery makes you happy, by
Do
all
it.
means go for it. But I'm not buying that, yeah. Don't sell me that. I'm happy with putting color in my hair to hide the grays because that's the character. But I think the passage of time must be celebrated. Men claim their age. Na?
Of
What's
course.
stopping us women from doing that?
But Pooja, what also stood out for me as a viewer was I watched the show in one go with my mother, and I can say this to you: by the end of it, not the end, by the middle of it, she was uncomfortable. Towards the end of it, she was excited. By the end of it, she wanted to know when the season two will be out. For me, that was a question which I always wanted to pose. That is coming from a woman who has always been at home and
Right,
somebody who was not ready to see, okay, this world can look like this. But you actually
right.
started a lot of conversations. She spoke to me about you. She spoke to me about the interview I did with you back then. And I was like, okay, it makes sense that this is what was the reason that to
Right.
start a conversation, to relate, to be able to connect. And by the end of it, she clearly asked me, "Iska season two कब आएगा?" I'm like, "अभी रुक जा." And I'll ask,
No,
I'll
that's
ask
that's
her.
that's that's the greatest compliment you can receive is that when's the next season coming out? When's the next season coming out? But I think that that's what uh, my father explained to me. Vikram Bhatt's mother, uh, who has seen all of my father's movies because my father and Praveen Bhatt collaborated on everything from Earth to Thadak to everything. She called Vikram and she said, "Tell Pooja, tell Bhatt Saab, ke put all Pooja's movies on one side and put Bombay Begums on one side. And this is her best work so far." And I was like, wow, really? So he said, Pooja, you have to understand why she feels this way. She said, because Rani, with all her supposedly modernism, is a traditionalist at heart. जैसे for example Lily का जो character है which my darling Amrita Subhash has played to the gills and won every award which is so well deserved. She said something which she said, motherhood is her dharma for Amrita's character. Motherhood is also Rani's dharma because even though those children are not her children, she tries every day to be there for them to kind of fulfill the part that the husband is not really doing, even though they are his biological kids in that sense. And because she hasn't had that female influence in her life where she went through abuse, where she was kind of exploited by her boss, she just thought कि शायद ऐसा ही होता है and she
Yeah,
gave
this
in
is
to
how it
that,
is. Yeah.
you know. And the husband, for me, the most heartbreaking thing was when she said, my husband thought कि हमारा affair चल रहा था और मैंने सोचने दिया उसे, you know. And here she sees this happening to a young girl and she uses her frailties as an example to be, because I believe कि आज के दौर में you can't talk down to children. If you're just going to tell them don't do it, they're going to do exactly that. But I think when we reveal our wounds, when we reveal the darkest, deepest parts of our personality, it connects with who it needs to connect with. And the people who have already prejudged you, to them, it's not going to make a difference anyway. Even if you stand on your head or you fly or you do whatever, they've already decided that they don't like you. But I think there's nothing greater than truth. There is nothing greater than putting your heart on the table and saying, boss, this is me with all my flaws, with all my brokenness. This is me. Which is why, even when I gave up alcohol, I made it a point to tell the world about it because I felt if there is one person out there who can hear my story and say, yeah, if she could have a problem, that means we could have a problem. And if she could kick that habit and be sober for 5 years, that means we have a chance of doing it too because you're not alone. That's what's very important to convey to people is that you're not alone. If you feel insecurity, I feel it too. If you feel alone, I feel it too. If you feel despair about the world in general, I feel it too. And that's how we build bridges. That's how we build kind of, a society that's going to heal together. Either all of us make it or none of us are going to make it. And I think in these polarized times, as artists especially, it's very important to just discard that manicured persona that the PR agencies give you, to be able to put yourself out there and say, hey, this is me with all my wrinkles, all my bumps, all my cellulite, all my flaws. And I revel in that, yeah. And there'll be somebody out there who'll say, wow, don't change a damn thing, don't iron anything out. We want you for you. And if they don't want you, just go and put your arms around yourself and revel in you, you know.
But Pooja, 21 has also been a fantastic year. I was talking to Tapsi Panu about this, and she's like, this is an interesting observation. For last year or two, while people are still battling this OTT theatrical, I think it's a blended medium. I would not call it two different mediums anymore.
I agree. I agree with that.
She's like, it's a beautiful thing to observe that how women characters, though I don't want to use the term women characters, even her, she was also of the same notion. The characters are technically written for women, they are overpowering any other character. It feels so good that finally you have something which is given to you as a performer without being judged that एक female led role है तो इतना ही budget रखेंगे और इतना ही part रखेंगे. But still, there are shackles of morality and the conversations around it which needs time for people to adjust. You who have always done parts which are somewhere or the other, they always start a conversation and you direct, you produce. How do you view the situation, at least for the female artist, right in this year and this time, where you yourself also came back with a bang?
I think it's the best of times and it's the worst of times because I think that the opportunities are plentiful. These opportunities were not there in the 90s. In the 90s, you were slotted as you were either the vamp or you were the good girl or you were this or you were that. Now, those lines have diminished. In fact, if you play a character now who doesn't have that level of grayness, then you're a cookie cutout character. So that's why Rani was fascinating because Rani can be a bitch. Rani can show great empathy. Rani is very traditional, yet Rani goes out and has an affair. Her equation with her husband. I mean, I met Danish the other day and we were talking about how special that equation and people reacted so strongly to his character, saying that, yeah, what a husband, yeah, who is there for her. I mean, he's a fantasy character. He doesn't exist. Where is he? So in that sense, so I think that it's the best of times in terms of the opportunities. It's also the worst of times with regards to uh, people outraging about absolutely anything and
Anything.
everything without understanding the intention of the filmmaker. And I always believe कि नियत से बड़ी कोई चीज होती नहीं है. Understand why a filmmaker is choosing to tell a story and why they're choosing to tell it the way they want to tell it. I mean, even me, I was accused when I did Jism 2 with Sunny Leone. My greatest criticism was that there wasn't enough sex. Oh, you had Sunny Leone and you dignified her. And I'm like, I'm a woman. I cannot look at a female body unless I look at it with dignity and I look at it with a great deal of reverence. For me, I will celebrate Sunny Leone. I will not degrade her in front of my camera. My camera will not rest on her in a manner that is titillating because that's my eye. My gaze is my camera. So I feel for women, it's an exciting time because I think the world is suddenly more aware and more interested in women's stories globally, you know. And I think that it's fascinating, especially for Indian women, because Indian women were always portrayed as either vamp or girl next door or mother India in that sense, because that's the way we want to slot people. I mean,
Exactly.
you're
We need
somebody's sister,
slots.
or you're somebody's wife, or you're somebody's mother, or they can't see,
Just you as you.
which is where patriarchy comes from. It stems from fear, because I think that the female uh, body, and even if you look at erotica, for example, I mean, a woman is capable of much more than she's allowed, because men fear that and they want to curtail it. So I think, these are fascinating times because I think that on a certain level, a lot of people I know are scared. दे लाइक यार हम कुछ लिखते हैं 10 बार सोचते हैं कि ये हम कह पाएंगे नहीं कह पाएंगे चैनल वाले जो हैं ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैव गॉटन पैरानॉइड certain which is why I tip my hat to Netflix because they stuck by Bombay Begums. They believed in what they put out there and they were very clear that look our intention is not to motivate other children to do drugs. We have a global kind of a yardstick and we are not going to put anything out there irresponsibly but they put their might and when I say might I meant their moral might behind Bombay Begums. They did not tweak it, they did not edit it. They said this is the form in which we have made it. It's gone to X amount of countries. It's being celebrated in places from Nairobi to Sweden to wherever the hell. Either you pull it or you show it the way it is. And I think that's where my director's confidence came to the fore. Alamkrita said, I know what I've made and I claim it and I own it and I'm not going to tweak it. So I'm very proud of being, part of a show on a channel that knows why they make what they make and stands behind it because it's very easy to make a film and put it out there or make a show and put it out there. One word of caution or one word of protest and people quickly go back to the drawing board, edit it out. And yeah, consider it what before you even step out there. That's why as an actor, I will never hide behind the fact कि यार मगर line तो मैंने सिर्फ कहा है ना किसी और ने लिखा है. No, if I'm on a journey with you as an actor, I've read the script,
And you
I've
did it
agreed to
consciously.
say these lines, I stand by it, which is why I'm very, very particular about what I will do next. I want to work with people who make me into a better person, better artist, teach me more about myself, about the world around me. If not, I'm very happy sitting on my farm with my dog who's in the twilight of his life, meeting key people who are important to me and nurture me emotionally, gardening, cutting my trees, cleaning my house, reading poetry, working with my Adivasis. That gives me great satisfaction. 21 साल मैंने गुजारे हैं ना to wait for Rani to come to me. 21 साल और wait कर लूंगी for Bombay Begums 2 or something like that. But
No,
I
no, no,
am
no.
not going to be in something because people expect me to and say what next. It has to, my heart has to want to be in that, you know.
Exactly.
And I was like that when I was at the peak of my career then. And now that life has given me a second innings, why would I waste that opportunity? So it
But
must
there's
move me, it must pull me, it must
exactly.
inspire me, and then I'll do
And only then you will take it up. We got the point noted.
it. Yeah.
Pooja, but if I have to ask you, extension to the previous question, 21 has also seen some really good performances. Again, medium Nova, men, women. I would say like we have a, as we say, South Polynesian. We have a Samantha doing the Family Man too, taking it to Emmys further, and then we have other shows out there, other films out there. If I have to ask you to pick out a performance, something which made a lot of sense to you, something which connected with you, what it would be? It can be any, a male, female, any other performance.
Well, the thing is that I think 2020 and 21, I think the world needs to bow to the artistic community. How
You
would you
people
have
kept it
endured? How
floating.
would you have endured the pandemic without music and without the audiovisual medium? People have gone through the worst time in the lockdown. Families have broken up. People have committed suicide. People have taken to drink. People have taken to drugs. People have taken to lots of things that they wouldn't have if they were not locked into their homes and locked into themselves. And I think that the world needs to first bow to the entire artistic community and say, कि thanks to you, हमारा time cut गया यार.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
enough to at least
But what did India choose to do? India chose to, well, I would say a section of India chose to run a vicious campaign with absurd hashtags saying ban Bollywood, boycott Bollywood, boycott all of cinema, sit alone in your home and look at your bare wall without music, without poetry, without the audiovisual medium. You won't be able to hack it. Everywhere in the world, people celebrate the artistic community. Look at a show like Squid Game. Look at a country like Korea. I mean, they could have easily said to them, "Ki yaar, don't show the reality of our country. Don't talk about the rules of capitalism." But they realize that soft power is very powerful power, and they harness that. So they allow you to go out there and tell stories that are relevant and need to be told. And that has got them the kind of eyeballs that they have managed to get through that show. So I would first say India needs to grow up. The powers that be need to understand that the artistic community is your community too. Don't ostracize us. Don't treat us in a stepmotherly fashion and kind of be so quick to want to ban us, because you are doing yourself great disservice. You go anywhere in the world, people say Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan. Earlier they would say Bollywood, Raj Kapoor, or Amitabh Bachchan, or Mithun Chakravarti if you were in Russia and still are.
Russia.
I mean, Mithun Da is God in Russia. It's such a good feeling to walk down the street and know somebody who does not know a damn thing about India knows a Raj Kapoor song or knows a Mithun Das song. I mean, it sings disco dancer in the middle of a street in Ukraine. It's an amazing feeling to know that you belong to that community. So I would just appeal to the powers that be, that harness this force, harness this soft power. It'll really move mountains. It'll bind more people. Don't ostracize us to get your 2 minutes of whatever you're trying to get by allowing these absurd hashtags to kind of, you know, pollute the air. Because whether we like it or whether we don't like it, you and me will go. The music will remain. The work will remain. You
Okay.
can't erase good work. You cannot erase kind of a body of art that has moved somebody's heart. You cannot, because it resonates, it remains, which is why a lot of people want to get into the field, but not everyone has the courage. So I think that if I look back on the last 2 years, there have been a lot of performances that have moved me. Uh, I think that बुरे वक्त में लोग काम बहुत अच्छा करते हैं in terms of the arts, because despair makes us do better. And strangely, look at a country like Iran. Nobody's had more kind of censorship. Nobody's had more restrictions placed on
Fiction.
them. Yet the best cinema came out at that time. So I think this is a very interesting time, because while there are lots of opportunities today, there's a lot of rubbish also being palmed off now, which cannot go into the theaters, because the theaters, as we know, are what they are, and you need a lot of money and clout to be able to put out there. So it will be a time of sifting. It'll be a time that will be of sieving, where the good and the bad will get separated, and only what is going to resonate is going to remain. So you can't fool people in this day and age, because today a child will put on TV or you will put on TV, and you have access to what Hollywood is made. You have access to what Korea is making, what Turkey is making. So if an Indian show is not going to move you and not going to achieve a standard which the international shows have achieved, you're going to flip your channel in a second. you know so it's fascinating time, but it's frightening, because people's also their focus is very limited.
Limited. It's like
Can't say
maybe
anything for a long
seconds.
amount of time.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like the Twitter format, say it in 100 or now 260 characters. Don't say to me in a paragraph. You know what I mean? Grab me quickly. Keep me tuned in, turned on before somebody else gets me. So it's an interesting time. I think the next 2 years are really going to decide a lot more, because I think that Bollywood needs to up their game emotionally. Technically, we've reached a lot of highs, but that's not enough, because technically you can't compete with Spider-Man, or you can't compete with Lord of the Rings, or you can't compete with what's being put out there in terms of whatever. But we need to up our game. We need to speak today's language, ideally tomorrow's language. Bombay
Yeah.
Begums, when it was made, Alankrita was speaking tomorrow's language. She wrote that show 7 years ago. We shot it in 2018, 2019. It released in 2020, but it was relevant and will continue to be for the next 10 years. Unless something more relevant comes and wipes that out of your consciousness. So I think Bollywood needs to awaken to the new world and cannot take for granted that a star or a name is going to pull people and keep them there. It's going to be
Exactly.
content. Content is king, and people want to hear content and hear dialogue from plausible mouths. It's like when you go through a sea of media today, you tune into that one independent journalist because you know that person is plausible. You will not put on a channel perhaps that you know has been sold out. Same with artists. So you look for the good performers in the middle of the sea of the, the created kind of stars. It's not necessarily going to be a better body or a younger person who's going to grab you. It
It's
could
a
it
good
could be a
work.
performer that's going to grab you, and a storyteller who's going to move you and who's going to tell you your story differently.
Pooja, is there a story, if I have to ask you last, is there a story on Pooja Bhatt's mind finally, which is going from paper to going to make it to the sets anytime soon? Is there a story you are waiting to tell us?
I don't know. I feel life is just beginning for me. I'm going to be 50 in February to
Exactly.
2022. I
2022.
just
Yes.
celebrated my fifth sober birthday on the 23rd of December. So there's a part of me that's that 5-year old, and there's a part of me that's going to
Wow.
be 50 with joy. And I just feel life is beginning. It'll be too immature and too premature of me to kind of sum it up because you can't sum it up. I remember my father was interviewing Dilip Saab in Bradford at a film festival many years ago. And he asked Dilip Saab this question. He said, how does Dilip Kumar, if you have to sum up this phenomena called Dilip
Exactly.
Kumar,
Dilip Kumar.
he said, it doesn't add up. Nothing adds up. You can't sum it up. Maybe the day I'm dead, you can attempt to sum it up. At this point, the river continues to flow. Spring came to my backyard with the Bombay Begums. The birds are still chirping outside, even though it's winter. And I'm just enjoying this phase, you know. So I think that bring it on. I'm open, like I did Balki's film, Chup.
Sure.
Worked with Sunny after 25 years. Met Shreya, who I just adore, and Dulkar, who I think is fascinating.
Dulkar.
He's just a fascinating young man. And for me, it was a joy to be part of that film as well. It was completely different from Bombay Becomes. Again, they cast me for me, and it was a whole new experience, a whole new energies. So I'm open to doing one scene in a film or a show. For me, it's not about how many shots do I have and how many scenes do I have and am I the protagonist. But the filmmaker needs to know why they want me as opposed to somebody else. And if they want me and they want me to be emotionally a completely new person, I'm game. But if you want me to prune myself and compete with a 30-year-old, please find somebody else who will be happy to do that because I've claimed my age and I'm reveling in it. And
And
that's
we
the
are
way I
loving
want to
you
live.
for that. And I'm not taking that away because that's how I started it. And as I said, that's how when I saw the show, I was like, this makes so much sense because this is how it is. And either you take it or switch it off. I watched in one go and I can't wait for season two for you.
Thank you.
But but
Thank
th-
you.
but thank you so much, Pooja. It takes a lot. I will have to add before I end for any artist also to come out and talk in today's time because we all know what, no matter what we is even in media also say, it takes a lot from artists also to put out their side of story, their truth and their voice, because somewhere down the line either people are wanting to hear it, and if they are wanting to hear it, we are just muting it for no reason. There's
Yeah.
too much dissent. Thank
I
you.
completely understand what you say. And I think that, frankly, I don't blame people who are afraid to speak up. I don't blame anybody for being anything that they are. I think that what the only way we will be able to go forward is understand that just because I'm me, I can't expect you to be me. You have to be you.
Exactly.
And you being you is not going to stop me from being me. So I don't want to change you. I don't want to control your thought, your opinion. So I'm not going to give you the permission to control my thought and opinion. I have the capacity to live my life on my own terms. I will pay the price for it. And I think the more you have to lose, the more fearsome you become because you feel that saying something or being seen as something might take away certain things from your life that you have gotten accustomed to, whether it's financially or whether it's your position or whether it is whatever. Frankly, I'm not afraid of losing anything in my life. I'm unafraid to start life all over again each time, like an ant who begins all over again. You know what I mean? So I think that it's a great place to be in. I mean, I'm not where my father is. My father is now 73 years old and he has lived a full life. He has nothing to lose. He wants to gain nothing. It's a enviable position to be in. to get up in the morning and say, I want nothing from the world except to give it whatever I can, you know. So I think that that's what I aspire to be someday, even more free. But I do believe that truth and your opinion also has consequences. And you should never use truth to hurt somebody. I'm going to say, because I'm very honest, I'm going to kind of completely demotivate you and destroy you. No, that's not being truthful. That's being hurtful. And I think with social media, just with a click, you have contact to so many people that you would never have even dreamed of talking to. You need to use your access with more responsibility, you know, because I think that communication can either be beautiful or it can be very vile. Twitter has its share of trolls. Twitter also has its share of wonderful people who reach out to you and speak to you from their heart. And through that communication, I've met so many people on Twitter who some whom I might never meet in my life, but who I consider friends, you know, who might be in America or might be somewhere else, who I would never have access to, but I hear them and they hear me and they applaud. So I would like to say thank you to all those anonymous and not so anonymous people who root for me, who wanted me to succeed, who want to keep me up there even when I'd given up on myself, you know. And if it wasn't for Twitter and if it wasn't for Instagram, I probably would never have had made direct contact with them. So either you can focus on the good or you focus on the bad. I choose to focus on the good. So if
And
you
that
choose hate, that's your call. You can keep spewing hate into the world. You're going to be exhausted, empty, and sad by the end of your life. It takes courage to love. It takes great courage to be kind to people. So, to kindness, to much love, and to joy
and
in
to
the
good work. And as you have
to
said me
good
that,
work
and to good work and
and
progressive
to a
work.
world that will heal, to a world and a nation that will have the courage to clasp hands and heal.
Thank you so much, Pooja. I think this conversation, which started as best, has actually ended up being one of my best conversations this year. Thank you. I mean,
Thank
I
you,
started.
and thank your mother for watching, and tell her I hope that there's a season two as well.
Oh yes, yes, yes. She really wants to know what happened. She will kill me if I will not give her the answer. The only thing she tells me is, "अगर तुम journalist हो के access नहीं दे सकती तो कैसे दोगी?" Like, I'll call Pooja for that. Ask her. She'll tell me. But I will tell her now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year. Lots of
Same to
love.
you, ma'am.